Good afternoon, everyone. Let's get into a reverent mood. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for gathering us here today. Thank you for your grace, peace, mercy, and love. Heavenly Father, I ask you to bless everyone here today, from the collaborators and sponsors, including JCI, J. Astafans and Company Limited, and Digicel Dominica. Dear Father, give us the understanding so that we may teach these young children understanding, patience, love, and togetherness. I want to thank you for enabling us to.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our JCI mission is to provide leadership development opportunities. Our JCI mission is to provide leadership development opportunities that empower young people to create positive change. And our JCI mission is to be the foremost global network of young leaders. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary General Jomari. We will now recite our JCI Creed. And for those JCI members present, fellow JCs, we believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free men through free enterprise, that government should be of laws rather than of man, that earth's great treasure lies in human personality, and that service to humanity is the best work of life. Thank you. Okay, so with one of our partners here, Digicel Dominica, we'll now call on Marva Williams to share some words with us today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just going to share some very, very brief remarks. Let me acknowledge the presence of JCI Dominica, Astafans, the parents, of course, the future of tomorrow, our beautiful children, and to those who are listening to us via DBS Radio, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. JCI, thank you for allowing Digicel to be part of this event as we celebrate 17 years. We think that initiating or being part of events of this nature is really, really part of our social corporate responsibility. And why not support an event, where students or children are taught the importance of reading? We know that literacy is very, very important. It is important to know directions when you're in an airport, when you're at the doctor's office, or anywhere you go in the world. So reading is very, very important. We look forward to partnering with JCI for so many other events of this nature. And I look forward to reading a story to the children this afternoon. Thank you so much again, and I hope we have some fun together.
Thank you very, very much, Ms. Marva. We'll now call on the JCI Dominica President, Mr. Mikhail Debon.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to welcome you guys, our young readers, to today's enjoyable reading session. Reading develops your speaking skills while conversing with people and family and friends. JCI Dominica is a group of young men and women developing communities and countries. And we are very grateful to you for coming to this event where you'll hear some exciting stories. JCI Dominica is also grateful to our partners, J. Stephens and Company, Digicel, for coming together to ensure that our young readers get a full day activity of reading and enjoying stories. I must say, I know that you are going to enjoy this event and see you all at our next Read With Me event in June. JCI, developing you and developing ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Debon. Okay, we're going to start with a story. I'll start with a very short one, and I'll leave the bigger ones for everybody else. Okay, so this book is A Good Trade. When Haley and Julia read, sorry, we have reading partners at school. We read to each other and we help each other. But Julia does not like having a reading partner. Julia moved here 2 weeks ago. She is shy in school. Haley and Julia became good friends. Julia speaks Spanish. When Haley and Julia read together, Haley read much faster. Julia had trouble with some words. The words were easy for Haley. She did not know why Julia could not read them. On Saturday, Haley and her mom went to a new market. Haley felt shy inside the store. No one in the store was speaking English. She did not know what anyone was saying. The store shelves were full of cans, but Haley did not know what was in the cans. She was looking at a label on a can when someone called her name. Haley, Julia said, I did not know you speak Spanish. I do not speak Spanish, Haley said. I cannot read the signs. I cannot read the labels on the cans. And I do not know what anyone is saying. It is not easy to be the only one who does not understand, Julia said. Do you feel like this at school? Haley asked. Sometimes I feel like this, Julia said, but you are helping me learn English faster and better. Now I will help you learn Spanish. We will trade. Thank you, Julia, Haley said. Julia smiled and said, Thank you, Haley. Gracias. Okay, the end. Okay, we'll now call on our National Vice President, Merita Hyacinth, to read us a story.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. So, children, how many of you have ever planted a seed before? Raise your hand. Okay, great. So, my story is called A Sunflower. And this little boy is telling us what happened when he planted a seed, the sunflower seed. In spring, I planted a sunflower seed. The seed grew and grew into a plant. How did that happen? Photosynthesis? Okay, what do you have to do for that to happen? You water the plant. So you see him? Make sure it has sunlight. Right. In the summer, my plant had a big sunflower. But in the fall, the sunflower grew old. What is happening to the sunflower? It's dying? What you're saying? Okay. My sunflower dropped its seeds and then it died. What's going to happen next? Right. So, in winter, and that happens not in the Caribbean, but in winter, the ground was bare. Right? And what happens during winter in the other countries? It snows, and snow is made up of ice, and ice is water. Thank you. So the seed is getting some water. Great. What happens at the end? In spring, all the seeds grew, and I had lots of sunflower plants. The end. Right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, National Vice President Marita Hyacinth. We will now call on Digicel representative, Ms. Williams, to read us a story.
Thank you. So my story is called The Rainbow Rose. So, it is a fine August day in the faraway kingdom, but old King Cole is not feeling merry. He goes marching grumpily around the castle gardens. Anybody knows what grumpily is? Yes? Okay. He's sad, he's angry. Yes? Okay, very good. All the elves, pixies, and fairies of the kingdom hope that they can cheer him up. Next. A little elf called Paul goes to ask wise witch Grinch for help. The king is full of woe because an imp stole his rainbow rose. Wise witch Green tells him. The rainbow rose gives all the flowers their color. Without its magic, all the flowers have turned white, and yellow flowers are the king's favorites. So why is the king grumpy? Yes. Say that? Okay, because somebody stole his rainbow rose. So right now he cannot get any flowers, and not even his favorite flowers, which are yellow. It is the king's birthday soon. I will try to find the rainbow rose and make him happy again. I hope I can do it, says Paul. And off he goes in search of the rainbow rose. Paul looks under stones and in the grass. He even looks down a rabbit hole. So you see, this is Paul. He's trying to find the rainbow rose to make the king happy again. What are you doing? Asks the white rabbit who lives there. An imp has stolen the king's rainbow rose, says Paul. I will help you look, says the white rabbit. The pair look everywhere, but they don't find the rainbow rose. Giving up hope, Paul goes to see Wise Witch Green again. The king must have his yellow flowers, says Paul. How can I get them? Your friends may be able to help you, says Wise Witch Green. How can I ask my friends help? Asks Paul. You'll find a way, says the witch. So Paul goes to see his friend the fairy who lives in the flower garden. The king is so sad because an imp has stolen his rainbow rose. Please, will you use your fairy magic to make his favorite yellow flowers? Asks Paul. I will try, but without the power of the rainbow rose, it may not work, explains the fairy. Next, Paul goes to see the pixies. The king is sad because an imp has stolen his rainbow rose, says Paul. Please use your pixie magic to make a yellow flower for him. We will collect the golden rays from the sun, but without the power of the rose, it may not work, explains the pixies. I will try to, thinks Paul. I will try to make a yellow flower. He plants a flower seed in a little pot. Please grow, he says, because the king is full of woe, and you will make him so happy if you do. He puts the pot out in the August sunshine and waits. So this is Paul planting a seed so he can grow a yellow flower for the king. Paul spends the rest of the day talking to the little seed. He tells it how happy King Cole will be when he sees it. At bedtime, he takes the pot inside and puts it on the windowsill in the light of the moon. Please, please grow, little seed, he says. See? When morning comes, fairies, pixies, and elves from across the kingdom come to give King Cole his birthday presents. Because of Paul's hard work, everyone brings the king's favorite yellow flowers for him. Some have been painted, some have been made with magic. Yellow flowers, my favorite, cries the king. Someone must have found the rainbow rose. We didn't need it after all, says Paul. The king looks at Paul's flower, then he looks at Paul. You have made this yellow flower with the magic of love, says the king. The king's woeful mood goes and he begins to smile. We do not need the rainbow rose after all. We just need love. Thank you, Paul. This is the best birthday I have ever had, says the king. Because they are happy to see their king smile again, the crowd begins to applaud. Hooray for Paul, they cheered. So there's the king, happy, everybody cheering Paul on. The end.
Thank you very much, Miss Williams. So did everyone enjoy the stories that were read so far? You all want more? Okay, anybody from the crowd want to come and read to us? Yes? Okay, come. Okay, so we have Kevin here with us who's going to read first. What's the name of your book?
Fishes.
Fishing.
Fishing.
Very good. Speaking in Michael.
Look and those big rainbows, said Andy. What will you do today? Asked every. I know what we will not do today, said Andy. Go fishing. Andy and Avery said together. the two kids sat on the couch. Then the doorbell rang.
Okay. You can see the children on the couch. Nice. In the mic.
Their friend
Henry.
Henry was at the door. "Come in," said Andy. "We can't go fishing because it's raining." "Yes, we can," said Henry. Henry walks into the room. Then Henry took cards out of his pocket. "We can play an card game," Henry said to Andy and Avery. Henry gave 7 cards to himself, 7 cards to Andy, and 7 cards to Avery. He put the rest of the cards in the pile. "This is the fish pond," said Henry. "Try to get 4 cards with the same number." "How?" asked Avery. "Ask me or Andy if we have a card you want," said Henry. "Okay," said Avery. "Henry, do you have any 5s?" "No," said Henry. "Now what do I do?" asked Avery. "You take a card from the pile," said Henry. "Go fish." "Now I understand." Andy and Avery said together. The 3 kids went fishing all afternoon.
Very good. Very good. Let's give him a round of applause. I will also have a small token for you.
McKenna.
Okay, so we now have Michaela with us.
McKenna. Okay. The country mouse and the town mouse. Once a town mouse came to the house of a country mouse. The 2 mice sat down to eat. They had beans, corn, and bread, but the town mouse did not like the food. "Come with me to the town. We get nice things to eat there," said the town mouse. "All right," said the country mouse. The next day, the town mice went to the town. The town mice took the country mouse to a big house. He lived in a mouse hole in the house. The town mouse said, "Come, I will get you nice things to eat." The two mice climbed up a table. There was cake, jelly, and ice cream on the table. The country mouse ate a piece of cake. "Oh, this is so nice," he said. Suddenly, a big fat cat came inside the room. He saw the 2 mice. He jumped on the table to catch them. The town mouse shouted, "Run!" The 2 mice jumped off the table and ran to the mouse hole. The country mouse was frightened. He asked, "What was that?" The town mouse said, "It was a cat. it eats mice. After some time, the town mouse looked out of the house of the mouse hole. "We are safe now," he said. The country mouse said, "Goodbye, friend. I am going back home." "Why?" asked the town mouse. The country mouse said, "There is no cake and jelly in the country, but there are no cats in the country either." The end.
Thank you very much, McKenna. Very good. So we'll now have Jarissa, who's going to read us a story.
I'm going to read Sleeping Beauty. Once upon a time, a beautiful little girl was born to a queen. The king was so delighted that he decided to have a big party. The king invited 7 fairies to the party, but he forgot to invite an old fairy. The old fairy was very angry. The angry old fairy came to the party uninvited. "I was not invited to this party, but I have brought a gift for the princess." "It's a curse," she cried. You do it, Chess. On her 16th birthday, the princess will prick her finger and die. Saying this, the old fairy flew away. The king and the queen were very sad. One of the 7 fairies decided to help. She said the princess will not die when she pricks her finger. She will only fall asleep. She will wake up when a prince kisses her. Years went by and the princess grew up. On her 16th birthday, the princess decided to take a walk through the palace. Finally, she came across a small room. The princess saw an old woman sitting in the room and spinning.
Correct.
The old woman was actually the wicked old fairy. "Would you like to spin, princess?" she asked. The princess agreed, but as soon as she tried to spin, the princess pricked her finger, and at once she fell asleep. The unhappy king and queen put the princess in a beautiful bed. When the good fairy heard this, she came to the palace, but she put everybody in the palace to sleep too. Now they would wake up only when the princess woke up from her sleep. A 100 years went by. A thick forest grew all around the palace and hid it. Only the high palace towers could be seen. One day, a brave prince was hunting in the forest. He saw the palace towers and decided to go in. The prince entered the palace and walked from one room to another. He found everybody asleep. At last he entered the room where the princess was sleeping. The princess looked so beautiful that the prince gently kissed her on the cheek. At once the prince woke up. Everybody else in the palace woke up too. Soon the prince and the princess were married. They lived happily for many, many years. The end.
Very good, Jarisa. So we'll have a story from another young lady. Come. What's your name?
The three billy goats. Once, three billy goats lived near a river. On the other side of the river there was a green field. One day, little Billy Goat said, "Let us go to the field on the other side of the river." Big Billy Goat said, "There is a bridge over the river. A troll lives under that bridge." "Great," Big Billy Goat said, "the troll eats goats." But Little Billy Goat said, "I am not afraid." So Little Billy Goat got on the bridge. "Who is on my bridge?" the troll shouted. "It is me, Little Billy Goat." "Then I will eat you up," Little Goat said the troll. Little Billy Goat said, "Do not eat me. Wait." For Big Billy Goat, he is faster than me. So the troll let him go. Then Big Billy Goat got on the bridge. "Who is on my bridge?" the troll shouted. "It is me, Big Billy Goat." "Then I will eat you up, Big Goat." said the troll. Big Billy Goat said, "Do not eat me. Wait for Great Big Billy Goat. He is fatter than me." So the troll let him go too. Then Big Billy Goat got on the bridge. "Who is on my bridge?" shouted the troll. "It is me, Great Big Billy Goat." "Then I will eat you up, Great Big Goat," said the troll. But Great Big Billy Goat hit the troll with his horns. Wham! The troll fell into the river. He was never seen again. The three Billy Goats went to the field and ate the fresh grass. They were very happy. The end.
Okay, well done, well done. Okay, we know that we have a lot of things to do today. Face painting, bouncing castle, prizes from Digicel, spin the wheel. So we're not going to keep you any longer, all right? So now we're going to give you a little token, compliments Dutch lady from J. Astafans and Company Limited. So we'll now call on the president, Mr. Mikhail Debon, to do that presentation for us. So all of the children will be getting that token today. Okay. Okay, so while our children stay on caller and get entertained with the face painting and bouncing castle, we will invite our parents to the digital section where you can get a chance to spin the wheel, play games, dominoes, bingo, and have some fun. And for those who ordered their kids meal or their meal specials from Astafans, you can take to the table at the back to have your meal. It is ready.
Okay, I think the guy in that.
Yay! $10 card. Let me say go on ask me then.
Me not gonna ask you. I don't know what I'm gonna ask you. Good afternoon, and this is JCI. Read with me, and I'm here with a parent. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon.
And your child is here enjoying the activities, I presume?
Yes, I have 3 children here, Kezia, Kevan, and Kevon.
Okay, and what are some activities you observe they like today?
The reading for one, the 2 of them, they read a story this afternoon, and they're certainly enjoying the bouncing castle at the moment. So Kevon, the smaller of the 3, just spin the wheel of Digicel Dominica, so he got a little prize. So they're having fun. It's a good initiative, and I'm sure that the children are enjoying it.
And what would you say to other parents to, get them involved in this activity?
Yeah, well, these are for the children, and we need things like that for them. And I'm urging them to come out and support, get the children reading. Reading at an early age is very important. And I think it's a great initiative by JCI, and to see Digicel and Astafans on board with you guys, splendid for the children.
Thank you so much, sir, for this interview.
You're welcome.
Okay, let me see if I get another.
And when she get the money, $10 straight from you.
I'm gonna ask you your name and about this activity. That's okay, all right? Okay. Okay. But you can watch me anytime if you feel it. Huh?
They gonna interview me.
I'm gonna interview him, okay? Wait a while. Okay, babe, so you can watch me anytime or you can watch your camera, all right? All right, so we're back with JCI Read With Me, and I'm here with
Jason.
Okay, and Jason, I just want your opinion on this event today. Are you having any fun?
Yes.
And what have you been doing today?
Jumping, watching people read and spinning a wheel.
Okay, that's good. So you won prizes, you get to learn, you get to enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Okay. And what would you say to parents or other children about this event? Would you encourage them to come?
Yes, I will. Quite fun. The children learn to read, and they can also have fun jumping.
Thank you so very much. See, that was simple and easy. No, I don't mean to. So we're back at JCI Read With Me, which is a children-centered event, but here we find parents enjoying themselves. Right now I'm going to interview the president of JCI Dominica, Mr. Michael Debon. Mr. Debon, what was the idea behind this event?
Okay, the idea behind this event is to ensure that our children learn to read, enjoy reading. But we find over the few Sundays we had it, the parents just sit down, nothing to do. So we decided to create an adult section. So while the children enjoy the bouncing castle, parents enjoy what they love, playing dominoes, playing bingos, winning prizes.
I love that. So, this event, has it had the outcome that you projected? Have you reached the goal with this event?
Somewhat, yes, I would say. We have gotten a lot of children over the past time. We expect more children to be there and more parents. So far, it's so good.
Good. Thank you so very much. And what would you say to the parents who, don't know about this event and would want to come, in the next Sundays?
Okay, I would say to the parents that they need to show up listen to the media, go online, or look up when is the next Read With Me, show up. There will be prizes, surprises, and a lot of things to enjoy at Read With Me.
Thank you very much. Back to JCI Read With Me, and we're here with one of the representatives of the sponsors of JCI Read With Me, a digital representative. And I just want your opinion. How do you see this afternoon's event?
Okay, I can clearly see that this event is a success, and congratulations to JCI. I mean, the children are our future, and obviously digital will continue to align itself with investing in our biggest resource in Dominica, which is our human resource.
And what would you tell parents to encourage them to come to this event?
Oh, well, I'm hoping that this is an annual event, so we're looking for a bigger crowd. So next year, we invite everyone to bring their children. I mean, it's an amazing thing. You see those little children reading to their parents reading to other children. So it is really, really wonderful seeing all of this today.
Thank you.
Okay, and what again is there to say? I mean, congratulations again to JCI, and I just said, make this an annual event. I think we should change it to a monthly event. Make all the children come in, even if we can probably switch up the venue as well, because sometimes people might think that the sun is hot. So, but we just look forward to continuing to sponsor and to be part of such an event.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me see if I get it. Alright, so here's our camera. You ready? You set yourself. Feeling good? Yeah? Okay. So you can watch the camera, you can watch in this afternoon.
Jumping on the bouncing castle.
Okay, and that's that's all you're doing?
No,
What else?
I was reading and coloring the pictures.
Oh wow, so you read this afternoon. That's a pretty big move. How did you feel about reading?
I felt good, great.
Good, lovely. And what would you tell to your friends about this event? Would you tell them to come?
Yes, I will tell them to come and have fun with me.
Thank you very much. Sorry, Tawana. Sorry, darling.
What you say you want to go?
Good afternoon, and we're here back with JCI Read With Me, and we're with one of the representatives from J. Asafans and Company Limited, one of the sponsors and original collaborators with JCI on this Read With Me event. Tell me, do you think this event is a success?
I think so, and I think any event that promotes reading, literacy, kids being made to feel familiar with books, I think that's a fabulous thing, and I love the idea. And Astrofans, of course, is very proud to be a part of it. We welcome everybody here to our parking lot. We're happy our parking lot can be used productively and in a fun way as well.
Okay, and I've got to let our listeners know that from the first JCI Read With Me, Asafans has been there with us. They have been giving us, so much sponsorship in kind and in cash, and we want to thank them. But we want to know from you, do you think the children are happy this afternoon?
Well, let's put it this way. The first person bouncing in a bouncy castle was one of the Astrofans team. So, do I need to say more?
I do.
The kids are having fun, and so are the adults, because when kids are happy, when kids are having fun, when they're learning, we the adults must be happy, because it's such a good thing.
Thank you so much. And what would Asafans like to tell its customers or members of the public about this event?
Hope to see you next time. It's positive. Kids need to be made to feel comfortable around books, around learning, around educating themselves. Reading is going to help any child throughout his or her life to do so many things, to be able to speak better, to understand better. And we need to start from this very young age. There's some tiny mites here, and everybody's happy. I was taking photos of the kids, and there's nothing better than to see a smiling, happy child. And this is what this event is all about. So Astrofans, as I said, we're very proud to be a part of this event, and we hope this collaboration continues. And we look forward to seeing a lot more kids next time. So we, on our end, we will promote this event more as well.
Thank you so very much. Okay, and you've heard from Asafans. Thank you.